Hi, in today's video I will explain you how to make a very nice working camera. As you can see here, camera is clamped to the borders and then it starts to follow the player and it's clamped again. Everything is smooth. We have also something like overrun of our player when the camera is looking ahead when we're moving forward. Okay. So if you are going to like today's video, please do not forget to subscribe and to press the like button. So let's start working. First, you need to install cinemamachine. Let's click Window, Package Manager, and from this window, from Unity Registry, let's write cinemamachine. Okay. Here we can install it. Choose cinemamachine, press Install. And now, when cinemamachine is installed, just go to cinemamachine and choose Create 2D Camera. Okay, what this camera does is that it takes control over your main camera in your scene, and here are the options that you can change. It's much more efficient than writing your own code for your camera. Okay, so let's now choose our player, and here you have the target that you want your camera to follow. So let's choose player, let's move it here and follow. Okay, so as you can see here, camera moves moved over our player. Let's also move our background for to be child of our main camera, and let's change our position on our background here, X to be 0 and Y to be 0 to match camera view correctly. And here, if you press play, I will show you the bug you will have and how to fix it. As you can see here, our player is shaking. So to fix that, we just need to go to our player, rigid body, press change interpolate to interpolate, and if you will press play, the issue is fixed now, as you can see here. Okay. Now let's choose our cinemamachine camera. Let's press play, and here, when you have save during play, let's press this one. So all the changes will be kept when we will exit our play mode. And here you have the options. For now, when you move, you can see here a small delay between our player movement and our camera follow. So to turn over that damping, you just need to set those values to 0. And you can, as you can see here now, we have like stiff camera movement. Now, if we would like our camera to overrun our player, I mean our camera to show you what is ahead before your player, you can work on this look ahead time value. But now, when you have damping reduced, I will show you what happens. As you can see here, our camera is moving in front of our player, but without that damping, you have strange behavior, so it's not pleasant to our eyes. We can do something like look ahead smoothing with value of 10, and as you can see here now, our camera is moving smooth in front of our player. If we jump, as you can see here, our camera is also moving downwards and upwards of our player. It depends how you feel with this behavior. I usually turn this off, so when we move, we have something like, sorry, not this option, and as you can see here, our camera is only moving forward of our player, not upwards and downwards. Okay. Another useful option is to change dead zone here for our player. So if we do something like dead zone, let's make the value maybe 0.2 and 0.2. So if you have dead zone, your camera will be only moved when this dot is out of borders of your dead zone. So as you can see here, our player can move a little bit without our camera movement. This is also useful for you, depends what behavior of your camera you want to achieve. Okay, let's reduce now those two values to 0 to have centralized camera. And if you would like your cameras to be somehow moved according to your player position, you can work with the screen X and screen Y values. So for example, if you usually cameras on the games, 2D games are something like that player is sorry, not this value, but more like that. That you have more view on the top than on the bottom of your player. Okay. And also you can play a little bit with the damping. I've turned off the damping. You can have it to be working again, but it's like interfering together with your look at smoothing. So it depends on you what camera work you want to achieve. Okay, that's the one we've talked about, and this is about soft zone. Okay, so I will show you something. If I will reduce those two values, the soft zone values, to this, when we move our player and our we are like reduced our player and camera movement, even if that yellow dot is moving outside of the box, our camera will not move any further. So it's like the clamping of how much your camera can move from your player. Okay, so let's make it okay, let's make it one again, maybe. And BSY is also similar to what I just showed you, but you will just reduce it from one side to another. Okay, so it's like moving the borders, maybe on the scene. No, on the scene it's not visible. It's like the moving. Okay, maybe I will reduce this ones again. 0.2, 0.2. It's like moving your box to the left or right. Okay, and the same here. What is very useful for our camera workflow, and what I like to do, is to add the extension, which is cinemamachine, not collider, confiner. Okay, here you need to define new collider. I will show you what is needed for. So let's exit play mode for now, and let's create a new empty game object. Let's reset its position, rename it to camera collider, or maybe camera box, and this one we'll use to clamp our camera to not move outside of our borders. Okay, so let's add collider for this one. For the cinemamachine here, if you add that confiner, for this one we especially need to do polygon collider 2D. Okay, so let's add it and let's work on it a little bit. Let's move to scene view and let's proceed with clamping our camera view. So what this collider will do is that it will not allow our camera to go outside of these borders. Okay, so let's clamp it a little, something like here. Okay, perfect. So now we just need only to link it here for the bounding shape. Okay, as you can see here, camera already moved, and yeah, this one need to be triggered, because if you will have a rigid body, not rigid body, the collider on your player will be kicked off from this box collider. Okay, so let's press play and let's take a look on this behavior. As you can see here, now when I'm moving, the camera is clamped to these borders and it will not move any further. So to compare, once again, if I will press play, I will go to cinemamachine and I will turn off that confiner. As you can see here, our camera is no clamped anymore, and it's just moved outside of the borders. So here, borders not working. I will press borders again, and the camera can't move outside of the borders. So yeah, let's move without confiner. And here, the camera extends our view. Yeah, and now it's clamped, so it will not move any further from the view. Okay, that was all for today's video. If you liked the video, please don't forget to press the like button and to subscribe to my channel. And also, if you have any more questions or you need some more explanation, please do not hesitate to write a comment. I'm sure I will get back to you and I will explain. Okay, so thank you for watching and have a nice day. Bye.